Snakes aren't always in the grass. Sharks aren't always in the water. You're counting breaths against the glass, while I am getting closer. The danger doesn't leave a trace when it's sitting in your space. Thieves aren't always in the night, watching from the shadows of the light. Thieves aren't always in the night, they're hiding right in front of your sight. They wear a face you think you know. They walk the path where you always go. They find the cracks inside the floor. They're already behind the door. They're just a hand inside your sleeve, waiting for the moment that you leave. Thieves aren't always in the night, watching from the shadows of the light. Thieves aren't always in the night, they're hiding right in front of your sight. Check the pockets, check the lock, check the face you see on the clock. Now here is safe, nowhere is dry. Wait for the truth to catch the light. Thieves aren't always in the night, watching from the shadows of the light. Thieves aren't always in the night, they're hiding right in front of your sight. The night is done, but the sun is just another thief.
Hey everybody, how are we doing today? Yes, the cat is back. Yes. And somebody wanted me to put the cat on a t-shirt and say, "Damn it, man. Damn it." I don't know. You can let me know what you decide. Harris, how are you? Beth, how's it going? Uh, uh, 60 million you got to get by the end of the month? Uh, Magnolia, how are you? Good to see you. Cynthia always has my back. Yes, she does. Eyes, is it top of the morning? I think it's top of the morning for you. Douglas, good evening. How are you? I just wanted to have a little talk. Sometimes and I tagged somebody in this video for a purpose. It's one of my favorite content creators, and no, I'm not looking to be promoted. I don't want that from her, but I do want to promote her. Uh, she's the Soup, okay, Soup. She has the most adorable bunny bun bun, and she's really intelligent, and I like her, and I just wanted to put that out and, check her out, okay? I I think she's funny. Uh, it's now 50 million? Oh, Jiminy crickets. Ugh. I just wanted to talk to you, for a minute. Y'all don't really know, the real Conscious, right? I get on here, I'm a cat, and I make fun of Jed, and, "Hey, Jed, you're going to Baton Rouge. The weather's fine." Uh, it's 7:30 AM. Okay, thank you, Eyes. Do you have your coffee, I hope? I hope you do. I've got mine. And Soup loves coffee, okay? So we have that in common. Anyways, uh, I wanna share with you, I make recordings, uh, and I made one about 2 weeks ago, and I wanna share it with you. because I think it's really important. There's a lot of turmoil that goes on YouTube, everybody fighting and in the real world, right? Everybody's worried about the wars, the president, whatever, anything that comes into your daily lives, right? So I wanted to share what I talk to myself about, and maybe you can understand the real conscious. Okay, I am working on the intelligence maps need. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody. I'm making it more interesting with some movies along with it. So, okay, let me get down to this. Uh, this is just me. Okay, here we go. I had to turn on my mic. Give me a minute. I will start talking. Well, for some reason, my mic wasn't connected for myself, but I'm just talking to myself anyways. So, unconditional love, consciousness. What is consciousness? Is it in our brain? Is it an awareness of our surroundings, the people we talk to? I don't think so. You know, you think about a bird in a tree, singing away, and I'm outside on the porch, so they're singing pretty loud. And, but what is that bird doing? It's communicating. Is that bird energy? You see, everything is connected with everything. Everything is energy. You think about a table, a piece of wood, right? Crafted by a craftsman. Took a lot of time. Well, sometimes in manufacturing these days, it's coming off the conveyor belt. But think about the old days. You have an old table, 18th century, 17th century, crafted with love by that craftsman. So you buy this table, and what do you bring with this table? You bring that love that that craftsman put into making that table or chair or whatever. It could be anything. So when you buy that table, you're buying that love that the craftsman put into that. It's the same thing with nature. Think of yourself as a leaf on a tree. You have to take your brain out of it. You have to take intelligence out of it to understand what I'm talking about. Everything is connected. Everything. And once you move past what you think you see, what you think you feel, what you think you know, then you find the answers. And it's very simple, but some people will never get it. Some people will. You buy a house, okay, it's a house. But who put that house together? It's hard to think of it today because, they just have these stick houses that they put together, right? But you make that house into your home. And in making that house your home, you put love into that house. You put yourself into that house. You see, consciousness isn't just people, things around, and consciousness is motion, energy. Everything is connected. The stars, the sun, the moon, all of it. There is a reason for everything on Earth. Everything. And once we can grasp that concept, the wind blows as it's blowing now. Nice breeze, beautiful day, the sun is out. Energy. The wind is energy. Well, why is there wind? What makes the wind blow? And I'm not talking about scientifically or anything like that. Reasons. You have someone who I'm studying right now murdered 2 women. Horrible. What's the reason? You have to look behind the actions and think about the reasons. You think about a flower that I'm looking at right now. Well, why is that flower here? They're pretty, okay, they're nice to look at, okay, but they eventually die off, just like we do, us humans, right? But there's a reason for those flowers. Bees get the pollen, they pass it from flower to flower, make them grow. The sun provides the energy, the rain provides the nutrients, right? The ground, the dirt. And when a leaf dies, right, and falls to the ground, it's giving back the earth those nutrients. The nutrients that that leaf had is now going back into the ground to supply the earth. There are so many deep thoughts that I always have, and I thought this might be a good way to put my thoughts together and look back on them, see what I see. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is everything is connected, and there's always a reason. People come into your lives for a reason. There's always a reason. I remember at the VA hospital, I had an appointment. I did not need to go to the ladies' room, but something tugged at me. Something brought me into that ladies' room. A handicapped woman. I didn't hear her call for help, but I knew I had to go into that bathroom. And she needed help pulling up her pants off of the toilet. And I didn't hesitate. When I opened the door, she said, "Hello, hello." I said, "Hi, can I help you?" And she said, "Please, I can't pull my pants up." She unlocked the door, and I walked in the stall and helped her with the pants. But I didn't hear her ask for help. I felt her need for help. You see, once you stop thinking about what you think you know, or stop thinking about why things are the way they are, and just let go. Let go and feel. Feel the energy around you. Energy is everywhere. We are energy. We think we're smart with our big brains, right? But are we that intelligent? And what is intelligence? Intelligence is consciousness. Consciousness is a reality that we cannot see. We can only feel consciousness. And I don't know what else to say. I'm just sitting here on the front porch. Mom's taking a nap. And I'm watching nature on my mini vacation, taking time out to center myself back to where I was before this whole YouTube charade shenanigans started. It's a oneness with everything. Grows a butterfly. What's the purpose of a butterfly? There's always a reason for everything. Let's take Trump. A lot of people hate Trump. What's the reason behind how Trump acts? What he says, what he does, right? People call him a racist, a bigot, a misogynist, Some people call him the devil, some people call him Hitler, all of these things. Well, what is the reason behind what he does and says? You see, once you start understanding the reason behind the actions, the words, then you have an understanding. We love to judge. Judgment is a thing that humans do constantly. We love to judge other people. Why? There's a saying, who are we to judge? Who are we to judge? That's only for God, right? But we do judge. But if we understand the reasoning behind the actions, the words of another person, then our judgment goes away and we start understanding. Because knowledge, we gain understanding. That knowledge doesn't come from a textbook. That's not the knowledge that I mean. That knowledge is how we perceive everything, energy. We are part of this world, for good or for bad. There's always a reason for good. There's always a reason why someone just does something uh to do something nice for somebody, right? So we always want to feel like we're the good person, that we are always the good in this world. Why? Feel good about ourselves to say, ha, I did this, I did that. But nobody really cares about what you do. When you die, you're not forgotten, but the memories fade away. So, just wait for the lady with her dog to pass by. Ugh. Yeah, Sue, I see ya. Hurry up, dog. Take your pee. Uh, so, I guess we'll leave with this. Step outside. It's kind of hard for people living in a city, big city like New York City, right? Living in an apartment, people screaming, horns a honking, all of that. But you can step outside within your apartment. You can actually step outside the world that you perceive to be true, and just turn on nature. Plenty of channels out there on YouTube that have wonderful music, calming music. Or you can just watch a video, which there's plenty of, with deer or wildlife, birds, all of that. And you can make your connection with nature in that way. Those of us who are very lucky to live in the country get to see it every day, but we take advantage, we take, not advantage of it, we overlook what's right in front of our eyes. Everything is right in front of our eyes. A lot of traffic today. Downstaters. These are just my thoughts of the day. Maybe I'll do this every day. And then reflect back on my thoughts, what I've learned. Nature. We're all a part of nature, whether we believe it or not, whether we see it or not. Everybody has busy lives, going to work, picking up the kids from school, making dinner, picking up their laundry or doing their laundry, and it's a world that's full of repetition. But once we step out of that repetition, we see life. If you don't vacuum the floor today and you have it on your list, I make a list mostly every day of things I should do, but that list is not written in stone. It's a list. And if I don't vacuum the floor today, it doesn't get done today. The sky is not going to fall because I didn't vacuum the floor. We all have to do things that are very important. The most important thing is to look within yourself and stop judging everyone else. I guess that's it. Turn my mic back on. Ah, here I am, peekaboo. You know, I I think a lot, right? I watch a lot of YouTube channels and stuff like that, but I listen to a lot of people and their problems. Wyoming, that is awesome. And baby turkeys, oh my gosh. Karis and Beth, uh, the geese and the ducks. I, we're trying to figure out where the beavers are down the road. You know, we all have problems, right? And I recorded that on July 8th. I do a lot of recordings like that. Um, quantum theory, all that good stuff. I think a lot of things that people would find boring. But this channel's going in a new direction, and we want to teach people what life is all about. We want to teach people how to look at ourselves as well as others, right? Eh, Oh, Douglas. Oh, Douglas. Okay. Well, up here in the mountains, we have a lot of that going on, and there's no range. You could pretty much guarantee that if somebody's walking down the road, yeah, they're carrying. So, but, I love you guys. I really do, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the small group that we have. I really do. I know we have a lot of subscribers, but I really appreciate the ones who really want to learn, right? I mean, I could absolutely just blow up the channel and talk about other channels, right? Uh, but that's not conscious. Yes, when Jed melts down or something, I'll cover it, right? Because he deserves it. He's a lying manipulator. We'll cover other manipulators, of course. But the key thing is that if you feel slighted or you feel like you're being judged, look within yourself. What problem? Oh my gosh. Do I have that? I think I have that. I'm not upstairs, so I don't have the soundboard. I'm sorry, Status. How is Status today? I wanted to play that recording for you, and I've only let one person hear that recording, but I wanted to play it for you today to give you hope, to try to make you understand that you're not the only one out there in this world. There's a reason why you come in contact with other people, whether it's on the internet or in real life, right? I talked about the handicapped woman in the bathroom at the VA hospital, and I hope through this channel, through the NCI University, I could teach you how to absolutely feel the needs of another person without even seeing them, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe people call me a lunatic. I always have deep thoughts. I'm retired, so I have the opportunity. Most people have to work, right? You know, you have the kids, husband, wife, significant other, whatever it might be, right? I'm retired and I worked very hard all my life. You know, so if you have problems, there's help. There are people that love you. There's people that care about you. Sometimes I feel like I sound dismissive or something like that. Um, and I don't mean to be. I try to listen to everybody's point of view, right? There comes a point where you have to look within yourself and say, is it me or is it them? And what is this us against them? You know? Oh, yes, Miss Aja. How are you? It's so good to see you. Um, I believe working, Douglas, I think. But yeah, work. But you've got that nice little, Disney cruise coming up. And after hopefully, you're at 50,000,000? Uh, I hope you reach that goal. I pray that you do. People love you. People care about you. I know people have a lot of problems in their lives. What are we gonna buy at the grocery store with the prices and the gas? The gas. I mean, 53 days. You're counting. Gosh, I'm gonna write that down. Should we have a bon voyage party like Jed did with his SUV? Oh my gosh. Me too, status. And the work that I like to do right now is to learn, right? And this NCI University is really picking up my game. I really like it. Net zero, economically speaking. Well, yeah. I mean, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about the gas prices? Can you step outside your well, you can, but I mean, are you gonna step outside your door and scream, "Trump, you bastard! Will you lower these gas prices?" No. Yeah, you can, but, will he hear you and actually do something about it? I don't know. I really don't know. Um, the point of me wanting to play that, and I might play other ones too. But the point is, breathe. You have got to take that breath and breathe and stop worrying. What did God say in the Bible? There's enough worries today, right? Uh, we will be walking our horses. Uh, everybody knows I love the horse racing, right? Hey, status. Um, Del Mar's going. Saratoga's going, right? No, I'm not going to Saratoga. Absolutely, 100% not. I'm not doing it. It is too maniacs. I mean, Saratoga Racetrack, it used to be really nice. You know, my grandmother was alive. If we didn't leave by 7 a.m., she would say, forget it. We're not going. And she was pissed. the races don't start until 1 o'clock, right? And she demanded that we leave by 7 o'clock, or we weren't going at all. Forget it. We're not going. We'll be late. Why? I mean, it's 45 minutes away to the track. I mean, but she wanted to get the best seats, I guess. I don't know. Oh, definitely Douglas. But Douglas, your emails. I emailed you, Douglas. Your emails are, Douglas, please don't put that kind of pressure on me with those emails. I don't know who I'm talking to, and I'm afraid I'm gonna say the wrong thing. Yes, I love Del Mar. You know the announcer for Del Mar? He used to announce for Saratoga and Belmont and, uh, Aqueduct. That's the other track. That's the New York Racing Ring or whatever. Oh, yeah, Arlington. Arlington Racetrack, yeah. Um, but I'll put the races on, and, I'll let them run all day, and mom will sit and watch them. She loves to watch the races, and so do I, you know. But I guess what I wanted to really say is, look, we're all connected in this world, each and every one of us, for good or for bad. And we have to touch that grass. We have got to step outside of the world we're living in once in a while and say, "Oh, wait, there's actually life out there," right? Um, maybe my problems aren't as big as I think they are. We all have problems, and uh, I'm not trying to make them sound small, I guess you'd want to say. But sometimes they are small in comparison to what other people are going through. A friend of mine who I love, I truly love, has cancer, and, it's a shock, to know that, right? And, going through a very hard time, and I think of that, and I say, "Hey, I'm golden," you know? The way God, uh, was expressed to me was absolute love and no judgment. You know, it said something on one live stream. God is God makes you fear or something like that. Something crazy. He was always saying crazy stuff. No. God is the ultimate love and joy. But we forget that. And it's easy to do, especially when we're listening to Jed, right? Trying to quote the Bible. Oh, he drives me crazy when he does that. Ugh. But what do you want? He's no longer a Brown. Uh, wait a minute. Horse, what'd you write? My grandmother loves, oh, the gray horses. Oh my gosh, the gray horses. My mother and I were at Saratoga and it was pouring out. And we had bet on a horse. It was a gray horse, turf horse, right? Grays are great for turf, okay? And we stood outside in the pouring rain. Everybody else scattered inside, and our horse won. It was wonderful. Yes, Asia, it is. It is terrible. And I think of my friend, and I think, I've got it good. I have got it good. But this universe that we live in, a lot of people say there's parallel universes as well. Do I believe that? I don't know. It could be. Oh, do you status? I like them on the turf. I like the grays on the turf. I do. And I think they're look, Pharmaceuticals, okay, doctors, okay? Uh, eh, you know my friend Arlene, psychiatrist, right? And I talk to her quite frequently. Um, and y- she's going through her own medical issues. But I said to her, I said, look, you know, if doctors would just figure out what the patient needs and instead of putting a stamp or a label on it and saying this is the process, we might be a whole better off. And I wonder, are there cures for a lot of the why can't we have a cure for the common cold? Seriously, with all of this medical knowledge, why can't we have a cure for the common cold? Because look at all the pharmaceuticals out there that you buy for a cold, right? Come on. Really? A lot of things that people do are for money. Um, you need money, yes, but don't sell your soul for it. Um, anyways, I wanted to play that message, and I hope it helps a lot of people to step out of that routine you're in and actually take a look around because I'll tell you what, you start getting older and you start looking back at life. A lot of people have regrets. Arlene has. I said, don't have regrets because the mistakes you made, the decisions you made, you were meant to make. And it probably doesn't make any sense, but everything in your life is meant to be. You can accept it or not. Oh, thank you very much, Carson Beth. I'm glad. Yeah, or bronchitis. I mean, and the flu, right? It's flu season. Get your shot. Why? I'm not telling anybody not to get the flu shot. I have I have not taken a flu shot, and I don't remember when. The last time I took it, I got the flu. I said, "What are you giving me the flu for?" Well, it's a lesser dose of the flu than, getting the whole thing by not getting forget it. I don't take the flu shot. That's it. I refuse every time they call me. Sandy, Sandy, do you want the flu shot? No. So step out, step outside of yourself or step inside of yourself and actually look at what is going on and look at yourself and love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. And now I'm going to get back to the intelligence need, and hopefully I will have that done for tomorrow. I'm sorry I haven't been on a lot lately, but I've been really learning, and you have paid me to do this learning so I can share it with you. Ah, this is true, Douglas. That's true. Just love yourself. You're going to have problems in life. Don't regret your past, or it'll stay with you. We did childhood trauma. I want to do a little bit more on that for a specific individual who is going through some trauma. It carries with you in your adult life if you don't address it. If it doesn't go from the right brain to the left brain through the corpus callosum, it's not going to get processed. And that includes adult trauma too. It has to be processed. But I don't want to get into technicalities with the brain and stuff like that. I just wanted to put out that message. Get some plants. If you're in a big city, get some plants to put in your house. Doesn't have to be a jungle. Just plants and flowers. They're not expensive. And it'll do you a world of good. Anyways, that's all I have. I have to get back to work because I have to teach you guys what I'm learning at the university. Anyways, have a good day. I love you guys. I really do. And I miss you. And trust I am studying very hard. Okay. Have a great night. Bye.
Snakes aren't always in the grass. Sharks aren't always in the water. You're counting breaths against the glass while I am getting closer. The danger doesn't leave a trace when it's sitting in your space. Thieves aren't always in the night, watching from the shadows of the light. Thieves aren't always in the night, they're hiding right in front of your sight. They wear a face you think you know. They walk the path where you always go. They find the cracks inside the floor. They're already behind the door. They're just a hand inside your sleeve, waiting for the moment that you leave. Thieves aren't always in the night, watching from the shadows of the light. Thieves aren't always in the night, they're hiding right in front of your sight. Check the pockets, check the lock, check the face you see on the clock. Now here is safe, nowhere is dry. Wait for the truth to catch the light. Thieves aren't always in the night, watching from the shadows of the light. Thieves aren't always in the night, they're hiding right in front of your sight. The night is done, but the sun is just another thief.